a phone call from Gary Jones, who he works for the State Convention of Baptists in Indiana, and he asked me if I would be willing to put it before the church to have the church sponsor Pastor Jacques Estemville as a church planter in the area, and it just kind of came about where Pastor Jacques got a hold of him, the Georgia Baptist Convention got a hold of them, and began to work on it. Gary met with them, I met with them, and through those interviews that they went through, and then, me meeting him, we agreed it was a deal. The church agreed to do it, and for a church, we moved very quickly. Sometimes those things take a long time to decide, and we have a lot of meetings and a lot of announcements and things like that, but we asked the church if we could do this in an expedited fashion, and they agreed. And so we started helping them, giving them a place to stay, a place to worship, things like that. And that was all at the time that Jacques came and got a job out at Purdue and began working out there. Good opportunity for him to be around predominantly, or the predominant Haitian population in our community, and just seek to gather together a church. Right. I've been to Haiti the previous 2 Mays, so 2 years in a row I've been to Haiti, doing some mission work there, some preaching and some sports camps and things of the like. And I was seeking to maybe expand the ministry or find a way that I could maybe minister to the Haitians and somehow get our church involved in that. And this is something that I think God just set in front of us. And by no design or plan of mine, it just is something, as I've said, has just kind of fell in front of us, and we're trying to be faithful with what the Lord has put in front of us. Congregation has supported. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of finance, but we do have this building, and we do have our own time that we can give and our own prayers that we can pray, and all of those things. I think there's just a general good attitude and desire to help them out of everybody. Congregation participation is very high, and they place a very high emphasis on worship, music, and songs, and singing with one another. They know the music very well. If you notice, none of them had hymn books, and they all sang. It's an exuberant service with a lot of passion and a lot of self-expression in their service, just with the tambourines and things of the like. We don't necessarily always consider that very Baptist, but that's not necessarily Baptist or not Baptist to have, an exuberant worship service. And so I would describe their service as that. While I've never been able to sit and listen to a translated service or anything like that, so far I've seen bits and pieces of their times of teaching, times of worship, and I think the word that I have chosen to describe them is exuberant.